Good morning, dear all. So today again we will discuss on the properties of the other two radiations, that is beta and gamma. In previous video we have discussed about the properties of alpha radiations, it was represented by 2He4. Okay, it was having maximum ionization energy, so the minimum penetration power. Its speed was all of the order 10 to the power 7. Its mass was very large. It was having the charge double the mass of double the charge of proton. So because of the high mass of it or large mass of alpha rays, it was having large kinetic and energy as well as momentum. It was affecting a photographic plate, it was affecting a fluorescent material and was creating fluorescence on a fluorescent screen. It was having some of the biological effects also in our body, and it was when it was made to fall on a thin gold foil, it got scattered, and on the basis of alpha scattering experiment only Rutherford discovered the nucleus. Now today let us begin with the properties of beta as well as gamma both. Okay, so here I am dealing with beta and here I am dealing with gamma properties. So first, the very first property is what the representation, how we are going to represent them symbolically. Okay, so beta is represented as e to the power 0, e to the power 0 and with base -1. Or in case of e, we can also have beta that it is to the power 0 and it is -1. Because during the radioactive emissions, when these rays were brought in contact with the electric field, we saw that beta was attracting towards the positive terminal, and which shows that beta has negative nature, and negative nature is also carried by electron. Therefore, we considered it is somehow relating to the electron. With gamma rays, we don't have such a unique expression, we simply represent it by gamma rays. Second is regarding the mass and charge. So since it is behaving like negative charge particle, that is electron, so its mass and charge is also same as the mass of electron and the charge carried by the electron. So sorry, it is not mass, it is regarding the charge which is carried by the electron. So the charge and mass is exactly same as that of electron. What about this? See, we know that gamma rays we have studied in electromagnetic spectrum. So in electromagnetic spectrum, basically we deal with the wavelength and frequency. So gamma was the extreme rays which we got. I think it was the rays which we got on the extreme left. So the extreme left was having minimum wavelength and whose frequency was maximum. So whenever we talk of gamma rays, we do not consider its mass and charge. We will discuss about wavelength and frequency. So it has minimum wavelength and maximum frequency. Now regarding the speed, the beta particles travel with the speed of 10 to the power 8 meter per second. That means we can have anything, okay, like 1, 2 to the power 2 into 10 to the power 8 or something to the power 8. But keep in mind the speed of light is also of 3 into 10 to the power 8. उसकी भी order 10 to the power 8 होती है. But beta की speed of light से कम होगी. This we have to keep in mind. It can be 2.99 into 10 to the power 8, but somehow it must be less than the speed of light. And what about gamma ray? Since it is electromagnetic, since it is a ray from electromagnetic spectrum, and we have the similarity of speed of light and the speed of all other electromagnetic rays. So its speed is also similar to that of light. The next is regarding the ionization and penetration. We have discussed in alpha that alpha has maximum ionization energy. So it was having minimum penetration power. The opposite is in the case of gamma. The gamma has minimum ionization energy. It do not usually ionize. So its penetration power is maximum. It can penetrate any material. It can penetrate through any of the screen or sheets. Okay. But what about beta? Beta is intermediate between alpha and gamma. Alpha से ionization energy उसकी gamma से कम है, क्योंकि gamma की क्या होती है सबसे कम, तो उससे तो ज़्यादा ही है बीटा की, बट पेनिट्रेशन गामा से कम है. ठीक है, गामा से कम है. सो बिल्कुल ऑपोजिट, जो चीज़ गामा से ज़्यादा होगी अगर आयनाइजेशन गामा से ज़्यादा है तो पेनिट्रेशन गामा से कम होगा. Okay, so these are some of the characteristics. Okay, so let us discuss about few more and end this topic by today. So few more properties that we were left with is beta rays get deflected by electric and magnetic field. Okay, so by tomorrow we have, like yesterday we have already discussed, day before yesterday we have discussed regarding this. Okay, and in that we have already learned regarding the deflections of alpha, beta and gamma when they were brought in contact with electric and magnetic field. So what we found was alpha and beta, they both were deflected when they were brought in contact with electric field, but gamma was not at all deflected. So it went in a straight path. So it is not deflected in electric or magnetic field. The second is it affects photographic plate and create fluorescence on a fluorescent material. So the same property was of alpha also when it was falling on photographic plate, it was creating effect. When it was falling on fluorescent material, it was producing light. The same is with the property of beta and gamma also. The next is it produces X-rays when striked or struck by the particle which or the element which have high atomic number. So whenever beta strikes on any particle which have high atomic number, it produces X-rays. Okay. So the gamma is also having the property of X-rays because X-ray is also from the electromagnetic spectrum. So they both are similar, like somehow they resemble in the property, but the difference is जो गामा रे है वो न्यूक्लियस से एमिट आउट हुआ है. एक रेडियो एक्टिव एलिमेंट का न्यूक्लियस स्प्लिट हुआ, वहां से एमिट आउट हुआ है गामा. बट जो एक्स-रे है वो बीटा पार्टिकल से एमिट आउट हुआ है. और बीटा पार्टिकल्स में क्या हुआ? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स का ट्रांजिशन. सो इलेक्ट्रॉन एक्सचेंज से बीटा पार्टिकल ने एक्सरे को एमिट किया. ट्रांजिशन स्टेट्स होते हैं ना, ट्रांजिशन मीन्स फ्रॉम लोअर एनर्जी लेवल टू हाई एनर्जी लेवल, और इस तरीके से शिफ्टिंग होती है. तो वहाँ से प्रोड्यूस हुआ, और जो गामा है वो बेसिकली न्यूक्लियस के स्प्लिटिंग से डेवलप हुआ. बाकी द नेक्स्ट टू प्रॉपर्टीज की दे बोथ हैव अफेक्ट ऑन from the biological part of view, they both are affected. ठीक है, but gamma because it is having a maximum frequency, so it is more affected. ठीक, but there is one useful use also of gamma radiations that we have already learned, that gamma rays are generally used for the treatment of cancer. Okay, but what about beta? Beta also creates a biological damage, but since it produces X-rays, and we know that X-ray is not so useful, though we use it for the scanning and everything of the body part, but it is not so useful. It also have biological damage. So these were some of the properties of alpha, beta and gamma. I hope the properties are clear to you. I'll give you the sufficient time to write the notes. So please, on daily basis, try to maintain your notes and complete the copy. So whenever it is asked, or whenever we start with offline class, we do not face much. Thank you. Good luck.